Hey, this is a quick look at a process I used for creating an audio sleep story, just for fun. Starting in structured prompt, I went to AI Assist and I selected the process loop model. And I named my process loop sleep stories. And I used this prompt. I just said I would like to create a 10-chapter story with an extremely relaxing and verbose plot that is designed to put readers to sleep. Each chapter should be approximately 1,500 words. I need only the text of the chapter. Do not return chapter numbers or comments. And I would like you to create one chapter at a time and ask me if I would like to continue. So I've already created this, but that's the prompt I use. So back on the prompt screen, this is my sleep stories prompt. So I can look at that. And so this is the autonomous agent, prompt that it created for me. Basically tells ChatGPT to do what I asked it to do, design a 10-chapter sleep story, 1,500 words per chapter, and so on. So I went out to ChatGPT and I ran it, and basically, it started by generating the first chapter. And then it pauses between each chapter, and asks me if I want to continue. So I basically had to type in yes 9 times for the 9 additional chapters. So it wrote this, sleep story that's 10 chapters long, and it ended up, I think it's around 25 minutes in the audio format. If you were to read through it. So it did a pretty good job. So once I did that, I now have this. This is a beta version. It's not available yet, but it's has a responses section, which I can use to harvest, run prompts and harvest the responses. So I'm attached to Mistral, OpenAI, Anthropic, the 2 versions of Claude. Also the OpenAI image API and the audio API, which the audio I really wasn't very familiar with, but it's pretty cool, and you can, I'll just do a test. So I'll put in test 1, 2, 3 as my prompt, and I hit submit. And that only took, a few seconds. I paused it, but
test 1, 2, 3.
So there's the audio file
test 1, 2, 3.
that it generates, and it will do that in a number of different voices. So there's a voice called Onyx that's kind of a male, deep, slower voice that I thought would be good for the sleep story. So if I look at the response for chapter 10, basically what I did was I pasted in the chapter 10 that it generated in ChatGPT.
And at the very edge of the valley, where the hills rose to meet the sky, there was a place known as the Sunrise Summit.
So, it generated this audio file of the chapter. So I did that for each of the 10 chapters, and also created a test story image using the DALL-E API, and it created this image based on I just took a scene out of the story it generated, the part about the lake, and gave it that and said, I'd like to create a nighttime scene based on this description, and this is what it came up with, which is fine for a sleep story. So then I took that and went into Runway and created an 8-second video, and then pulled it into my video editor and looped it back and forth. But I'll paste a link to it, to the actual. I'll upload it to YouTube, and you can check it out. But it did a pretty good job. It took not long at all to create an audio sleep story and video to go along with it. And but that's the basic workflow, and the response format hopefully will be coming pretty soon to structured prompt. Okay, thank you.